Okay, hi there, everybody. Welcome again to another English class here on Verbling.com. My name is Lisa, and I'm one of the English teachers here at Verbling. I am from the United States, and I live in the state of Washington. Washington is the state which is in the upper left-hand corner when you're looking at the map, just below Canada, up above California, then Oregon, then Washington. Some people think it's Washington, D.C., because that's the capital of the United States, and we often say Washington when we mean Washington, D.C., but not this time. I live in the state of Washington. The biggest city in my state is Seattle. So if you are familiar with movies and things like Sleepless in Seattle, then you might know where that is on the map. Anyways, we're going to be having a listening, speaking, reading class. Today we're going to be listening to some songs, and we're going to be doing a couple of different things with the songs. Some are just going to be listening and trying to understand the words and just picking out the words and filling in some blanks on the lyrics. And then otherwise, another song we're going to be listening to and then trying to understand what it's talking about, and not just being able to listen and hear the words, but understand what the meaning is of the word or of the phrase. So that's what we're going to be doing. So if you have a reservation, you can join us here in the Verbally Classroom, which is Google Hangouts. So you have to be a member. If you're not yet a member, you can join or do a free trial membership for a week and see if you like it. And then if you want to join, you'll be able to take classes any time of the day or night, because we have classes 24/7. That means 24 hours a day, 7 days per week. So hi there, Anatoly. How are you?
Hello, Lisa. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I was thinking about you when you mentioned about the songs the other day, so I found a couple of songs and thought we could go through them and see if people can actually hear the words. I don't know if these are difficult songs or not. I think maybe they might be. I don't know, though. You can tell me. And so we're going to work with these two songs today. I don't know if you're familiar with them or not, but something to study. We'll see if anybody else joins us here in a couple of minutes. So in the meantime, you and I can have a little conversation. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was good. It was usual weekend. Uh, Last day of weekend, we had a raining day.
Oh.
It was rain and
Mm-hmm.
not much relaxing activity. And
Yeah.
in previous day, we visited a very beautiful Moscow park, Kolomenskaya, and I put a picture to my Facebook
Yeah,
account
I
from
saw
this.
that. Yeah. Nice. It's a nice fall day, it looked like. Yeah. So
Yes.
here in the United States, when people start, when it's starting to change, when the weather is starting to change, they start talking about if it's going to be a harsh winter or a easy winter or something like that. So if they think there's going to be a lot of snow or not, do they talk about that in Russia? And have they started to talk about it? Like, do they think this year is going to be a cold year or a warmer year for winter
Yes,
time?
yes, very similar.
Yeah, yeah. Have they started talking about it yet?
Um, I don't participate
No, you haven't heard.
in that conversation, but
Yeah.
it is usual topic for people who are just meeting
Hmm.
without a definite purpose.
Uh-huh. Just something to talk about, chit chat. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah, well, I always like to know because I like to ski. So I am always curious if there's going to be snow in the mountains this year. Last year we had a lot of snow, so that was really good. Also, some places like California, they want to know because they're in a drought. right now. So it would be really good for them to have some more snow in the mountains and rain and that type of thing because they really need it. So, all right, Elena, how are you doing?
Fine. Hello. How are you?
Good. How was your weekend?
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
It's still pretty warm in Spain, right?
Yes. Very, very nice weather.
Yeah, nice,
Right now.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, on my phone, I have my my iPhone, and on my weather, I have all kinds of different places around the world, and I have Madrid. So it's like 75 degrees right now there, which that's Fahrenheit, but that's nice, perfect weather.
Too hot.
Well, it's
Too
a
hot.
little hot for the nighttime. I guess it could cool down a little more.
Yeah. But where I live is
Oh yeah, you live in the
cold.
north more. Yeah. What
Yes.
city do you live in?
In a city called Aranda de Duero. It's near Burgos.
Oh, near Burgos. Okay. All right. And
And
that's
near Madrid as well.
okay. How far from Madrid?
100 kilometers, 100 and a
Oh,
bit more.
okay. So maybe like an hour driving by car or something,
Yes,
or okay.
yes, a bit
Oh,
more.
okay. Not too far. Okay. All
No.
right. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. Well, we might have some other people join us, but in the meantime, we'll just get started. So what I have for today is something I haven't really done that much, but something different, something to try, and you guys can tell me if it's interesting or not. What are you showing us here, Anatoly? Are you finding Burgos? He's finding. Is that what Burgos looks like, Elena?
Elena, do you know this place? In my screen.
Yes, but I don't know Burgos very well because I'm from another city, from Valladolid. So yes,
How we can spell it? Violin?
Valladolid.
Valladolid. But I live in Aranda de Duero for a long time. I am writing it.
Oh, I spelled wrong. Aranda de Duero. Oh, okay.
Valladolid. Okay. This one. And we can visit your city using this way. Is it right?
Nice.
Yes.
Just walking.
That's where you grew up, Valladolid?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I lived there and for 30 years, so almost all my life. But now I'm living in Aranda for 15 years, and I feel myself like from Aranda, not from Valladolid.
Oh, okay. How big of a city is Aranda? In terms of people, how many people live there?
It's near 40,000 people. It's a medium city, a little city, a big town. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a big town. Did you move there for work?
Yes, yes, but then I like it very much, and I established myself here.
Is there that's where the university is, or?
No, I teach at university. I teach in a secondary school.
Oh, in a secondary school. Oh, okay. Okay.
Valladolid has a very important university.
Oh, okay.
Very, very old, or old is proper way? An old university? No.
Yeah, an old.
Ancient.
Ancient. Yeah, we say old, older university. If it's old and it's also really like important, we might say like an older, prestigious university. If it's been there for a long time, it's old. Yeah, usually, well, I guess even not. We don't too much in the United States, but I think the university we would just say it's an old university. It's been there for a long time. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Once we had a class up here in Second Life using the tools for sharing a screen, and we traveled everyone show it his or her own city and using Google Map. And I remember, I remember case when one person who is living in Bordeaux in France, he showed us path from the Centrum city when we started our journey, virtual journey on the Google Map to his home. And he said, on the second floor is my window. This window on this Google Map was open in that time, and everyone was screaming.
That's funny. Yeah, I've done that before too, where we have classes where people share where they are from, where they live and stuff. It's really fun. I love using Google Maps because it's amazing. So many places have street views where you can see really well the buildings and stores and cars, and yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, cool. Well, we sounds like another good class. So you reminded me to do it. I've done it before, but I haven't done it lately, so it's good. Thanks for that idea. Okay, guys. Well, let's see how this goes. I couldn't find this video on YouTube, so I think I can play it. This is the first one. I don't know if you guys have heard of Paula Cole. She's hold on. She's I don't know if she's still popular these days. She was popular maybe I don't know 10 years ago or something, and this song was pretty popular. I don't know if you guys have heard it before. I was trying to look for some modern day, more like pop songs or something that people might be more familiar with, but I was looking in the top like 100, and all of them were so kind of sexual. They were all about like sex and stuff, and so some of them I didn't think would necessarily be appropriate for this class. So, but if you guys think of any songs that you want me to explain or something in the future, we can do that as well. So what I have is we're going to watch this and listen to it, but also if you guys open up the Google Docs, I'll show you. Let's see, where do I have it? Maybe here. Let's see. So this is the video. We're going to listen. The main thing is we want to listen to it. You don't have to watch the video. It's really more about listening to the words. So the idea of this is listening practice, but also meaning, maybe some vocabulary, and they're using these words. So I have the lyrics here, so it looks like some other people are looking at them as well. And I have, for this song, which is called Me, I have a bunch of blanks. Now, of course, it would be easy just to go and look up the lyrics, and then there's lots of sites these days where you can find the lyrics. But for our purposes, it's trying to, practice your listening skills. So don't go looking up the words here. Instead, we want to listen to the song and try to fill in the blanks with the words that we hear. And then once we have been able to fill in all of these blanks, then we're going to talk about the song a little bit. And if we have more time, we're going to listen to this song, which is totally, completely different style of music and everything, a little bit faster, and try to understand what he's saying. There are a couple questions we could use to talk about as well. So this is what I have for us. So I think the first thing we want to do is let's just listen to the song, and if you guys want, you could take notes on the side. If you want it, if you hear a word, you can just write it down. You could also type it in the Verbling chat. That would be a good place for us to keep track of the words that we hear. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have you guys do it. So, again, it's just about listening and hearing. And hi, Ken. Welcome to class, Ken.
Yes, hello. Yes, I'm searching for the notebook.
Okay. So, I think the way I'm going to have to do this is I'm going to play the video kind of in the background of my computer, but we're going to be looking at the words so we can kind of you guys can see the other words and then try to just fill in the blanks here.
Okay.
Let's listen to it one time through, and then we'll talk about which words we think go in there, and then we'll listen to it again to see if we were right. And I want to just make sure everybody can hear this. So I'm going to play it a little bit and just tell me whether or not you can hear the music well enough. I hope it works. Okay, let's see. Whoops, I'm going to put it on another screen here. So can you guys hear that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
well, we'll see how it goes for the sound. It's not maybe the perfect sound, but I couldn't find it on YouTube, so I can't play it through the YouTube so you can hear it yourselves. Okay, here we go.
I am not the person who is singing. I am the silent one inside. I am not the one who laughs at people's jokes. I just pacify their egos. I'm not my house, my car, my songs. They are only stops along my way. I'm like the wind to dark, cold female, the golden ring of wisdom in my grave. And it's me who is my enemy, me who beats me up, me who makes the monsters, me who strips my confidence. I am carrying my voice. I am carrying my heart. I am carrying my rhythm. I am carrying my prayers. But you can't kill my spirit. Soul in it is strong. Like a mountain, I'll go on and on. When my wings are folded, brightly colored moth blends into the dirt and to the ground. And it's you who is my enemy, me who beats me up, me who makes the monsters, me who strips my confidence. And it's me who's to, and it's me who's too shy to ask for the thing I love. And it's me who's to, and it's me who's too shy to ask for the thing I love. I am walking on the bridge, I am over the water, and I'm scared as hell. But I know there's something better, yes, I know there's something better. Yes, I know, yes, I know, yes, I know. But I love my enemy, love. But I love monsters, I love. But I love my it's my enemy. Oh, oh, it's the monsters. It's my confidence.
Okay, what did you guys think? Hard or not too bad?
Very bad.
Very bad. Okay, well, we're going to go through it a little bit at a time, and I think you'll be able to hear it. What about you, Anatoly? Were you able to hear the word?
Yes, I wrote some words in the. I copied a lyric with blanks, and here I put some words, but I didn't catch a meaning.
Okay.
I just tried to put word, missing word.
Great. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's good when we find something that's hard, you know? It's then that way we can learn some things. And it's music, it's definitely hard the first time you hear a song for the first time, and I imagine you haven't heard this song before. And every time you hear it, it becomes a little easier to understand. And, you know, personally, I think music is a great way to help you with your language if you like the song. So you may or may not like this particular song, but if you find songs that you like, it can be a fun way to, you know, practice, you know, just singing yourself and learning new expressions. But it can also be difficult. Anatoly and I talked about this before. It can be quite difficult because even if you hear the word, like Anatoly just said, he heard the word, he doesn't know exactly what it means, perhaps. So we're going to do this. All right, so let's go back, and I'm going to do a little tiny bit at a time. So we'll just do the first phrase here. I'm going to play it again, and we'll see if we can all together figure out what's supposed to go in those blanks there. So I am not the person who is blank. I am the blank one inside. I am not the one who laughs at people's blanks. I just blank their ego. So that's kind of like the first big phrase here, all of that. So we have 4 words that we want to hear. And hi there, David. Welcome to class.
Hi, Lisa. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. So we just listened to the song the first time through. So it's, you know, that was about 3.5 minutes long, and it's just the first time. Now we're going to listen to just this part, and we're going to see if we can fill in those blanks with the correct words by hearing them more clearly. So I'm going to play it again, just that part. A little music intro here.
I'm not the person who is singing. I am the silent one inside. I'm not the one who laughs at people's jokes. I just pacify their egos.
Okay. So, Anatoly, what did you think goes here? I am not the person who is...
Who is singing?
Singing. Right. That's right. And I am the blank one inside. Did anybody hear that word that goes there?
Sound.
Almost. Sounds like that. Anybody else?
Silent, maybe.
I heard... Yeah, that's right. Silent. I am the silent one inside. I am not the one who laughs at people's...
Jokes.
Jokes. Right, that's right. Jokes. Some of them make sense. You know, that would make sense. I just blank their egos.
Crossfight.
Sounds similar to that, yeah. I can hear it starts with a P.
Pass or pass.
Pacify is what she said. I just pacify. Might be a new word for you too. Sometimes if it's not a word you're familiar with, it can be hard to hear it. I just pacify their ego. So now I'm just going to play this little part one more time, and you'll see how it's easier now that you see the word. And then we'll continue on with the next one as well.
I'm not the person who is singing. I am the silent one inside. I'm not the one who laughs at people's jokes. I just pacify their egos. I'm not my house, my car, my songs. There only stops along my way. I'm like the winter, dark, cold female, with a golden ring of wisdom in my
Okay. This one was a little bit trickier. So I am not my house, my car, or my...
Songs.
Songs.
Yes. So she's a singer, so she's, this is a personal song here. They are only steps blank my way.
On.
Along, actually, she says. Along my way. Sometimes it helps with the rhythm, too. She says, they are only steps along my way. I am like the blank. I'm a dark, cold blank. Anybody remember?
No.
Sounds like winter or something.
Yeah, that's right. I am like the winter.
Winter, okay.
I am like the winter, right? I'm a dark, cold. I'm gonna play it because maybe that was too much to remember.
I'm not my house, my car, my songs. They are only stops along my way. I'm like the winter, dark, cold female.
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 Yep, I'm a dark, cold female. And let me play this one here.
The golden ring of wisdom in my grave.
With the golden ring of... Anybody hear it?
No.
Try it again.
Along my way, I'm like the winter, dark, cold female. The golden ring of wisdom in my grave.
With the golden ring
Nowhere.
wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah, see, it's very poetic, so sometimes, And this one I think was really hard to hear. Even for me, I had to listen to it a couple of times. With a golden ring of wisdom in my cave. Cave, in my cave. All right, so she's, it's very poetic so far. Some things are very easy to understand like this. I am not the one, or I'm not the person who laughs at people's jokes. So that's pretty simple. I am not the person who is singing. That's pretty simple. But what does she mean in these other places? So what does it mean, I am the silent one inside? What does she mean? Anybody?
She is an introvert person.
Yeah, possibly. I don't have the answers, so it's just, this is how music is and poetry. There's not necessarily the one right way. I mean, there was a way that she meant it, and then as the listeners, we get to try to understand what does she mean. But I might understand it that same way, It's she is the person singing, right? She's singing the song, but she's saying, I am not the person who is singing. I am the silent one inside. So if you're saying, I'm not this, I'm not that, maybe it's the idea is, I'm not who you think I am. Even though I am singing, that's not really me. Like, who's really me, Okay, so what does she mean? I am not the one who laughs at people's jokes. I just pacify their egos. Do you guys know the word pacify? Anybody?
Who is fighting for peace of the world in the world?
Yeah, go ahead.
And it means she is not going to fight. She is going to make a peace.
Yeah, to pacify is the verb, so I just pacify their ego. So it goes along with this sentence above.
Approved.
What?
Approves.
Yeah, pacify means to, like you said, to make peace. Instead of to fight with somebody, she's just going to calm them down. So she's saying, I'm not the one who laughs at people's jokes. I just pacify their egos. So in relationships with people, sometimes some people have very big egos, and they might think they're very funny or something. So she actually might laugh at their jokes, but what she's really doing is she's just pacifying their egos. So she's just trying to like be polite and not really challenge them in any way. But it's not really who she is. She's just playing this game, kind of talking about life, how the games that we play with each other, you know, in relationships, that kind of idea. So what does she mean here? Ken, what do you think she means? I am not my house, my car, or my songs.
I'm nowhere.
Mm-hmm. What if you, like, do... Mm-hmm. It might be especially relevant to American American culture, the idea that your stuff represents who you are, you know, like if you drive a fancy car or the type of house that you live in, kind of tells people about the type of person you are.
So I have no such a title or status.
You don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this protagonist.
The singer, yeah. Okay, yeah, the person that she's portraying in this song. Right, so I am not my house, so whatever kind of house I live in, it's not who I am. Whatever kind of car I'm driving, it's not really it doesn't represent who I am. Even my songs, you know, I'm a singer, I'm in a band, I'm singing this song, but even my songs, she says, they are only stops along my way. What would that mean, Elena? All these things, house, car, my songs, they're only stops along my way.
They are things that are there in her way, but just stops. I think you can understand that sentence quite well. Yeah. So yes. They don't. They are not her. They are things that are on her side.
Or things that she just does in her life. You know, stops. So when we this kind of thing, this expression here, stops along my way. My way is like a journey. Like when you're on a journey. So maybe, you know, thinking in terms of life as a journey. Becoming who I really am, you know, this idea that the person, you do all these things in your life and they're kind of, they make up your journey of life, and some people, their journey is like a discovery of who they really are, like what kind of a person are they really, and so all of these things that she gets, you know, by being a famous singer or something, they're just stops along the way. So a stop would be like a bus stop, you know, like you get off, you go out. You go. This is the more kind of poetic phrase right here. I am like the winter. I'm a dark, cold female with a golden ring of wisdom in my cave. David, any idea what she's talking about there?
Oof. I'm the winter, I'm the cold female with well, it's like maybe she feels that she's free.
Let's think about it in terms of, you know, what?
Sorry, Lisa?
You know, I was just saying, like, if we're thinking about all of what she said so far, she's like,
okay, yeah.
Like, I'm not who you think I am. So then finally she says what she is. I'm like the winter. So I'm a dark, cold female. You know, that's, you know, those are words that she chose instead of like I'm a sunny, bright female or something like that. So maybe I'm kind of mysterious, I think. That's what I think. Does anybody else have another idea? Like, what could it mean, a dark, cold female? But then this idea of a golden ring of wisdom. Wisdom means like knowledge, information, understanding. in my cave, like in my own home. A cave is, you think of a cave as like where animals like a bear goes to hibernate or something in a cave, but a person's cave can also be like their own soul or their own body kind of thing. I told you, a lot of times songs, just like poems, they just try to evoke images in your mind too. So it doesn't necessarily have to have a big meaning, but just in terms of what you think about when you hear these words, like the images in your mind.
For me, looks strange female, because usually when we are talking about ourselves, we use, for example, I'm a dark called a woman, and girl, etc.
Yeah.
And female mostly for written for formal writing.
Yeah. Well, and also separating herself as distinct, making sure she's, she is a female. She's not a male. She's a female. It's dark and cold, so it's kind of like maybe serious. Maybe you think of it. Maybe she's kind of serious. She's hunkered. We say hunkered down, but she has a lot of wisdom inside of her. In my cave, I would say like inside of me. Like I've lived a long time and I've learned some things, even if I don't tell everybody, even if I'm if you think of a cave, it's kind of like you're hiding. In the winter time, you go inside, you kind of hide, you don't go outside and show yourself a lot because it's cold. But just because I'm not showing myself doesn't mean I don't have wisdom and know things. So I think that's kind of what she's saying. All right, so let's see if we can fill in these blanks. I'll just go this part right here, which is what we call the chorus, the thing that repeats over and over. So usually when you're listening to a song, this is the part of the song that you have a chance to understand better because it's repeated several times during the song. Okay, let's hear it.
Dark cold female, the golden ring of wisdom in my life. And it's me who is the enemy. Me who beats me up. Me who makes the monsters. Me who strips my confidence.
Okay, and it's me who is my... Did anybody get that word?
No.
And it's me who is the enemy.
Enemy?
Enemy.
Enemy.
It's me who is my enemy. Me who, and it's 3 words here. That's why I spaced it out there.
Me.
Who?
Beat, maybe.
Yeah, that's the me who beats.
Something like monsters.
Yeah, that's the next one.
And it's me who is the enemy. Me who beats me up.
Beat me up.
Yep. Me who beats me up. So it's me who beats me up. All right. And then use blanks my confidence. I'm going to play it one more time. See if you can hear that one word there.
Me who makes the monsters. Me who strips my confidence.
What did it sound like? Anybody? You might not know this word actually. It sounded like trips or something, but it's called strips. Me who strips my confidence. All right, so she's getting even a little bit more here. So, and it's me who is my enemy. What does that mean, Elena? It's me who is my enemy.
Yeah, she doesn't have external enemies, or perhaps she does, but her main enemy is herself.
So it's kind of like this idea of not blaming other people, but taking responsibility maybe for herself. I'm my own enemy. You know, I can, and it's me who beats me up. David, what does she mean? It's me. Me who beats me up.
Okay, maybe she's saying that she she always lose against herself.
Yeah. What's another idea of when you beat? Usually we say you beat somebody else up, right? Like in a fight or something. But if you're beating up yourself, is there another, another English word that describes what you're doing to yourself? Like, how are you treating yourself when you beat yourself up?
Okay, maybe she's overcame his pains or his maybe I think that he's making that she's suffer.
Yeah. She's trying to be tougher, but also I'm thinking of the word like self-criticism. You know that word?
Yeah. Self-criticism. You're right.
So when we say like, when somebody does something and they don't succeed, let's say you run a race and you don't come in first or second, and maybe you don't do very well, and then you start beating yourself up. You say, I suck. I am so terrible. I should have come in first. I should have done this. I should have done that. That's called beating yourself up. Like you're criticizing yourself. You're telling yourself you're not good enough. You should have done this or that. So she's saying in this song, I'm my own enemy, and I'm the person who beats me up. So I'm the person criticizing myself. I'm beating myself up for my own shortcomings or problems or something like that. Anatoly, what does she mean in this next line here? Me who makes the monsters. What are the monsters?
Monsters, it is a creature, scary creature. But I can compare with the previous line, rephrase, me who makes myself the monster. But in that case, she is making the monsters. Which monsters she is making? Maybe something like skies, things,
Right.
fears.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She makes herself afraid of things by creating monsters in her mind rather than reality, seeing reality. I just think when I hear this chorus, it's kind of like she's kind of looking to herself like, I'm the one doing all this to myself. And so it's kind of also like I have the power to stop it if I want to. Nobody else is beating me up. Nobody else is really my enemy, but I'm my own enemy when I do these things. It's like a realization almost, like this idea here. She's realizing this. This is her wisdom that she's learned, perhaps. And Ken, what would it mean, me who strips? I'm not sure if you guys understand the word strips my confidence. To strip means to take away.
Maybe sometimes she strips, get rid of her confidence.
Yeah. Yeah. Why would she say it's me?
Because it's kind of it's me. Usually grammatically, me who beats up. Maybe she skips it's me.
Yes, exactly.
So, song has a melody, so she makes that kind of grammatically wrong, but
exactly. Yeah, and that's a good point that you're pointing out. One thing is, it's not a good idea to learn grammar through songs because just like in creative writing or in poetry or something, we don't use the language totally grammatically correct, but instead we use it to evoke feelings or images or certain type of ambiance or something like that. And to make an emphasis, or even we might use incorrect grammar to emphasize a certain point about something, or it might just be that that's really how people talk, even though it's grammatically incorrect. People do talk that way. So,
at the beginning, I thought it's kind of Creole type of English, a Pidgin English type, but maybe is it spoken in colloquial English as well? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you might say, like, I am the one who beats me up, I am, but, you know, it's me. You can say, you know, it's me who does this. I am the one who does this. Yeah, so I am the person, you know, so she's, in the first part, she's telling us all the things that she's not, you know, and then here, the last line, but I am this, you know, so I'm a person who might be quiet, I might be introverted, I might not come out and be really shiny and loving and warm, but I am a person who has learned some things inside of me about myself in my own cave. And then she says it here. I've realized these things about life. Like, instead of blaming other people and, you know, worrying about other people's criticisms, I'm the one who does that myself. And you can imagine, like, a famous singer. Let's see a picture. This is her. She's the singer. A lot of creative people, they do beat themselves up a lot. You know, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not funny enough, I'm not good enough, you know, this kind of thing. That's called beating yourself up. So she's the only person who can strip herself of her confidence, so take away her confidence. So she's realizing this, rather than my audience or my listeners. They can't do that. It's only me. Like, they can say whatever they're going to say, but if I'm going to lose my confidence, it's going to be because I've, you know, stripped myself. So strip also is like taking off your clothes. If you strip down to your underwear or something, you take off your clothes. So it has that idea of, you know, getting rid of your own confidence. And then we have this part here where she starts saying, I am carrying. So that's, it's almost all the same. I am carrying, and we're going to listen this. I am carrying my blank. I am carrying a blank. And it's the same thing. But we're going to listen for these 4 words, see if we can get those, and put them in there. All right, let me play the music. I'll rewind a little bit.
Who makes the monsters? Me who strips my confidence. I am carrying my voice.
All right, what did she say? I am carrying my
Voice.
Voice.
voice. Yes.
Yes, voice.
My voice. All right, so I am carrying my voice, and she's gonna say that.
I am carrying my voice. I am carrying my heart.
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 I'm carrying my voice. I'm carrying my heart. I am carrying my. What's next?
I am carrying my voice. I am carrying my heart. I am carrying my rhythm.
Rhythm.
My rhythm. So these are all part of songs and singing and being yourself there.
My heart. I am carrying my rhythm. I am carrying my prayers.
That might be a hard one. So,
It sounds like a car, but it doesn't have any sense.
yeah, right.
Prayer.
Prayer. Yeah, let's listen to it one more time. That's another thing about songs that can be hard is they, you know, has to go with the rhythm of the music. So a lot of times you draw a word out. So in this case, she's making that word kind of go a little bit longer. So she's singing it.
I am carrying my rhythm. I am carrying my prayers.
Okay. She made it sound like prayers, like that. So that's a little bit harder. But the word is prayers. Does everybody know what prayers are? When you pray,
Yes.
yeah, like to God or something, you pray. Okay, so I think you guys probably understand these. So these are all the things that she's carrying inside of her. When you say I'm carrying, of course you could say like I'm carrying a bottle of water, I'm carrying a suitcase or something, but these are all kind of more abstract things inside of you. Your voice, you know, how you're going to show up in the world, what's in your heart, you know, your rhythm, how you live, and your prayers. What are you hoping for in life? Your dreams, kind of thing too. All right, so we're gonna finish up here. Let's go to this one. 3 words. We'll see if we can hear these.
You can't kill my spirit, soul in it ain't strong.
It's soaring. So she says, you can't kill my spirit. Soaring, and it is. Did you guys hear that word?
Strong.
Strong? Yeah, right, good. It's soaring and it's strong. So soaring is like flying high, like an eagle soars through the sky. So that's like her spirit. You know, you're not going to kill it. She's like, I'm in control. I know that I can beat myself up, but you can't do this. All right, and like a mountain, I'll go on and on. So a mountain is something that's strong and stays there for a long time. But when my wings are, so you have to listen to something that might make sense there. Wings are, and the brightly colored blank blends into the dirt. All right, so let's hear it.
My prayers, but you can't kill my spirit, soul in it ain't strong. Like a mountain, I'll go on and on. When my wings are folded, brightly colored moth.
Did anybody hear this? But when my wings are
Folded like this.
folded, yeah, folded. So when they're put together,
Folded.
yeah, the brightly colored. Did you hear that? I think that's hard to understand. Moth. You might not know what it is either. Moth is like a little butterfly. You have them in your house sometimes. You know, they eat your wool, the moths. So she's going to go on and on. But when my wings, so we think of our wings as helping us fly, even when they're folded, so I'm kind of not feeling good maybe and I'm not soaring, the brightly colored moth blends into the ground. So even when she's not doing okay, she's still, you know, she's still there. She's still grounded, we could say. All right, so we're going to do these one at a time here. Let's see if we can hear these. This is the last little chorus type part.
Go on and on. When my wings are folded, brightly colored moth blends into the dirt into the ground. And it's who is my enemy.
This is the same one as before. You guys remember?
Enemy.
Enemy, yeah. And me who? Haven't heard it yet. Same as before.
Beats me up.
Beats me up.
Up, yep. He who makes the
He who makes the monsters.
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 Yep.
He who strips my confidence.
Confidence.
Confidence. Yep. All right, and then it's me who's to blank, and it's me who's to blank to ask for the thing I love. All right, so this is going to make sense here. Let me see.
And it's me who's too weak, and it's me who's too shy.
Weak.
Second try.
Yeah, and shy.
Shy.
Me who's too weak, and it's me who's too shy to ask for the thing I love. So what is she saying here? This kind of goes along with this chorus where she's taking responsibility. I'm the one who, you know, beats myself up. I strip my confidence away. And so now she continues with these two things. She's too weak and she's too shy. What does that mean? She's too weak. She's too shy to do what?
Ask for the thing aloud.
Yeah, and what would that mean? Like if you're too weak to ask for something that you love, or if you're too shy, what does it mean?
In one sense, it's in a romantic situation too shy for confess the love or something. But maybe another meaning as well, double meaning or something.
Yeah, I think as a woman, she's just realizing her power and realizing that I have the power to be myself up and stuff, and it's me. I have to overcome my weakness and my shyness if I want to be able to get what I want in this world, kind of thing. Like she's realizing that. All right, so let's fill out these. I'm gonna fill these out as we listen. So we're gonna run out of time here. Okay.
And it's me who's too shy to ask for the thing I love. I am walking on the bridge, I am over the water, and I'm scared as hell. But I know there's something better, yes, I know there's something better. Yes, I know, yes, I know, yes, I know. But I know.
So this is the last kind of part, where she said, I'm too weak, I'm too shy, I know that, but now it's kind of like a change in the song. I am walking on the bridge, I am over the water, and I'm scared as hell, but I know there's something better. What do you guys think she means after all of that part of the song? The last part there.
She's begun to change, even though it is scary.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And maybe it will be better. She's gonna be better.
Yeah. Would anybody have anything else to say? What is the image of walking on the bridge, crossing over the water?
She's overcame the situation, and she's hoping that everything is going to be nice in the future.
So when we think of a bridge, at least in English, I don't know if you guys have the same kind of understanding. We're crossing over from one place to another. So kind of metaphorically, it could be from like your old life and the old way that you've been doing things, and as you cross over the bridge, you're going to a new life or a new part of your life, a new understanding or a new way of being. So crossing over that bridge can be scary, because you're going to some new place. Like the place that you know is on one side, and the unknown place, the new place, is on the other side of the bridge. And so it could be scary. You can say, I'm scared as hell. It just means I'm very scared. But I know there's something better, so I'm ready to go. I'm willing to go. So it's like, in the end, it's like a hopeful song. Like hopeful, like I know that there's something better on this other side. So, yeah. Okay, what do you guys think? If you want, you can watch the video. It's really kind of a I don't know, it's colorful, and it might be easier to understand the words because you see her lips moving.
I just pacify the ego.
And the end.
And it's me who's too, and it's me who's too shy to ask for the thing I love. And it's me who's too, and it's me who's too shy to ask for the thing I love. I am walking on the bridge, I am over the water, and I'm scared as hell. But I know there's something better, yes, I know there's something better. Yes, I know, yes, I know, yes, I know. But
Okay. Anyway, you guys can watch that. Thanks for coming to class, you guys. I hope it helps you understand it, and it's a really good practice for you to listen to songs. And of course, you can always look up the lyrics, and you can do this with yourself, seeing if you can actually hear the words and write out the lyrics the right way, and then check them against. If you put in any song title and write lyrics and just Google it, it'll come up. for you, the lyrics. Thanks, guys. We didn't get to the other one, so maybe some other time. It's a totally different rockin' kind of song. So.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.